Now, in the brief time remaining, I want to answer the second question. Christ said, "You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind." And I say that that is possible. And I will make the case that it's possible. So stay tuned. Here's a little scenario that will show you how you can love God with all your soul, with all your mind, with all your heart. Let's say that you have an issue with someone, and they, maybe they're angry with you or something like that, and they say something mean. Then in the past, you would have resented them for it, of course, and then you would have dredged something up from your thoughts, from your imagination, something clever, something mean, something hurtful. And then they would have said something, and the whole thing would have escalated, and there would have been no love in it. But now, things are different, because now, well, you started to meditate, you learned how to separate from the morass of your thinking and worrying and doubts and fears and reliving the past, planning and scheming. But now, you see that you don't hate this person anymore, you don't resent them anymore. You just see them as a person. Maybe you see their error, yes, but you don't resent them for their error. So now you stand there and you don't resent them. And you don't look into your mind for some clever answer or some mean answer, some creatively cruel answer. And so you just stand there and you quietly search. You quietly search your heart. And then all of a sudden, something comes to you. It's intuitive, it's spontaneous. And you say something and it's the right thing. Or maybe nothing comes to you and then nothing is what you were supposed to say. And so you just stand there with an attitude of friendly neutrality. You don't resent them, you don't hate them, you don't judge them. You're not trying to overcome them. Your ego is not trying to win. And so now you know what? Now all of a sudden, they see that light in you. They see the innocence in your eyes. They see you searching for what to do, and you honestly don't know what to do. And they see that, and it's beautiful, and it touches them deeply. And now look, you love God with all your mind, with all your heart, with all your soul. You love the truth, and you don't resent anymore. And now do you see how you love your neighbor as yourself? You have an attitude of neutrality, of friendliness, of goodwill, and you bear no resentment toward them. And they see that light. They see that innocence, and it's beautiful. Let's go over the ground one more time. I want you to see something very, very profound. When you love God, that means you love His way. You love His righteousness. You love His truth. And loving that, you search for it. You search for what's the right thing to do. Because when you love someone, you want to do right by them, don't you? And you want to be with them. And so you want to be as close to God as you can. That's the attitude of your soul. And so when you're confronted with another human being and some issue arises, you search your heart. You search for the truth from God. And so what you're doing is you're setting aside your own willfulness. You're setting aside your ego. You're setting aside something that would be self-serving or self-protective. And you just look for the absolute right thing to do, and you search with all your heart. Can you see that you love God with all your heart? And can you also see that you love the other person? Because you're setting your own self aside, and you only want to do what's right. That's the only thing you want to do. You want to know what's right to do or to say. And that sincere search is a call upon God. And then if you say something, it'll flow from within spontaneously, without thought, without planning, without scheming, without pre-planning. Your emotions are on idle. Your thoughts are on idle. And your whole being, body, mind, soul, strength, stands at the ready to do what is right, or to say what is right. Can you see that you are loving God with all your mind, with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your strength, and thereby with all your actions, because you love what's right. And that's also loving the other person. Can you see that? Because you've gotten your ego out of the way. And the only thing that can come forth from you now is something good. Until next time, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.
You have been listening to Shedding Shackles with your host, Roland Trujillo. Now you can listen to Roland anytime by logging on to www.sheddingshackles.com. You'll find lots of free, helpful information, and you can also order materials or make a donation by using your credit card. Once again, the web address is sheddingshackles.com. Please remember that Shedding Shackles is listener-supported. Thank you.